Tirunelveli. What did you visualize on hearing this name? For foodies, it could mean halwa, or for others, the Nellayapur temple or Tamaraparani river, right? But in this vlog, we will be traveling together to discover the rich culture and heritage that Tirunelveli offers. Welcome to LRK Musings. In this heritage walk, we will visit few of ancient temples and monuments in and around Tirunelveli town of Tamil Nadu. The walk started off with around 140 members divided further into smaller groups. This was well organized by team Yavu Yake, deriving that name from Yadum Ure Yavarum Kelir of Kaniyan Punkundanar. Yavu Yake is an association of heritage enthusiasts primarily focused on sculptures and monuments of historical significance. Did you know the name Tirunelveli is found mentioned in the third Tirumurai of Tirunjana Sambandar and is still known by its 1500-year-old name? But the recent findings of Adichanallur excavations establishes the history of the town beyond 3000 years. Our first destination is the beautiful town of Cheran Mahadevi, also known as the temple city of South Tamil Nadu, like how Kanchipuram is addressed as Temple City of Northern Tamil Nadu. We first reached the Ramaswamy temple located amidst green paddy field with a three-tiered Vimanam. The temple is dedicated to Lord Vishnu. The three main murtis here are made of limestone. Our eyes remain glued to those beautifully sculptured murtis. The Moolavar or the main deity is in the standing position, that is Nindra Kolam in the main shrine or Moolasthanam. And in the first and second levels of the Vimana, the murtis are in the seated or Amarnda Kolam and lying, that is Sayana Kolam postures. Now we are moving on to the second temple of Sri Bhaktavatsala Perumal in Cheran Mahadevi on the scenic banks of Tamaraparani river. The temple is administered by ASI and is estimated to be built around 12th century. It is dedicated to Lord Bhaktavatsala Perumal and Balakrishnan. As we enter the temple, we are welcomed by beautifully carved lion-faced pillars and Tamil inscription. We also find many intricately carved sculptures. I would like to mention the sculpture of a lady that reveals aesthetic sense of dressing and style carried by women of those days. The Yoga Narasimha image on the backside wall of the main shrine is very notable. Further, we move on to Narambunadaswamy temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. It is located at Tirupudai Marudur near Ambasamudram. This 1200-year-old temple reflects the architectural styles of Pandyas, Chera, Chola and Vijayanagara dynasties. It is believed that people visit this temple to cure their chronic ailments. We could spot few exotic birds as the temple Nandavanam is a declared bird sanctuary, though very small. There are beautiful and intricately carved wooden sculptures and pillars inside the Gopuram. Mural paintings inside the Vimana narrates chronicles from Thiruvilayadal Puranam and other life history of Saiva devotees like the Anal and Punal Vadam of Sambandar's life history. Our next destination is Kailasanatha temple in Brahmadesam, which is 4 kilometers from Ambasamudram. As we enter through these majestic wooden doors, we observe beautiful sculptures of various deities. This temple was built and developed by various dynasties of Chera, Chola, Pandya and Naikar kings. During the time of Rajaraja Chola, this village was donated to Brahmins to reside and chant the four Vedas, and hence the name Chaturvedi Mangalam. We stopped here for our lovely lunch, served in this beautifully carved mandapam. Tiruvalishwaram is our next destination. It is located around 12 kilometers from Ambasamudram. This Shiva temple is built by Rajaraja I on the banks of Kadana river amidst green paddy fields and is maintained by ASI. Various sculptures of Lord Shiva are carved on the Vimana. Large numbers of Tamil inscriptions are found on the outer wall of the hall. As per legends, if one takes bath in the river Kadana and worship the Swayambhu Lingam of the temple, we get freed from all the papas. We are now at Rajagopala Swami Mannarkoil temple, nearly 3 kilometers from Ambasamudram. One of the oldest temples of the district, this temple is a perfect example of temple architecture and sculpture and may date back approximately to 10th century. Inscription evidences that Rajendra Chola stayed in a room in the temple on the 118th day of his 24th year reign and supervised the construction of the temple. We find beautiful sculptures and ornately built mandapas and ardha mandapas in this temple. Vimana above the Sanctum Sanctorum is called Indra Vimana. Surprise! We came across this beautiful and scenic riverside at Ambasamudram where many Tamil movies are said to have been shot. Fun time now with the newfound friends in the trip. Nellayappar temple is the last destination for the day. We found the huge temple complex with magnificent corridors rejuvenating our spirits. The temple is located in the center of the town. This temple is built in a way that proclaims its glory in the divine experience. One experiences the blissful peace within when entering this temple. We find inscriptions of Chola King Kulothungan I and Rajendra Cholan dating this temple back to the 10th century. This temple is one of the 5 sabais of Lord Nataraja for his performance of his cosmic dance and also one of the 14 Thevaram Padal Petra Shivasthalam. We started our second day afresh with Gangaikondan Kailashanatha temple, which is around 16 kilometers from Tirunelveli. As per the inscriptions, the main deity of Kailashanatha was referred with various names that includes Gangaikondan Udayar, C. Vallabha Mangalathu Bhattaragar, Kailayathu Peruman, etc. It's quite interesting to note the structural design is such that during the Tamil month of Thai, the sun rays fall on the main deity of Kailashanatha. People believe to pray to deity Sri Suradevar, said to cure fever and other ailments. As we further travel, we discover the progress of architectural knowledge of our ancestors. We are heading to Andichipare near Gangaikondan. Here we find early rock cut technologies being used on the hardest laterite rocks.
இனிமேல் சிவலிங்கமா மாறணும். இன்னும் கீழே இறங்கி ஆவுடையா பண்ணிட்டு சதுர ஆவுடை பிளான் இருக்காங்க.
This unfinished structure could have possibly been planned for a linga pratishta. We also find sculptures of Jeshta and Ganesha on the face of the rock. We are now heading to Marukalthalai near Sivalaperi, where three rivers Tamiraparani, Kadana and Sitraru converge. The face of the cave, we find a 40 cm height inscription of approximately 2nd century. It states that a person by name Venkasi Pan built a structure on the base of this cave. Oh, quite hot and sultry afternoon. Wondering how we are going to endure further heat at Kazhimalai. Hey wow! Beating the heat with healthy sugarcane juice. Finally arrived at Kazhimalai temple complex, and it is really hot. Lunch was served here. A must visit for enthusiasts of history and archaeology, Kazhimalai hosts Vettuvan Kovil, Jain Tirthangaras, Murugan temple and Ayanar temple. Please wait for my next videos of each and every temple that we have visited today with more details. Now let's enjoy the beauty of this place. It's suddenly quite cool and very cloudy, making it very pleasant to climb up the hill. Vettuvan Kovil for you. We can see how they have scooped out the rocks to build this beautiful temple. After a long hard day, quite a relief to find the cool breeze and dark clouds now. It may be considered as one of the best heritage sites of Tamil Nadu. Unfortunately, remains little known. Now heading to see the beautiful Jain Tirthangaras, Iyakkiyars, Iyakki and several other embossed sculptures on the slope of the mountain. the Ayyanar temple in Vettuvan Kovil complex. Trekking this narrow path on the slope of the hill with only the poles as our support, now proceeding to see the exquisite Jain Tirthangara sculpture. On seeing this beautiful sculpture, I feel it's worth all the efforts to have climbed till here.
பாய் எல்லாரும் சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுங்க லைக் பண்ணுங்க ஷேர் பண்ணுங்க